Welcome, gentlemen. Today, we've got the Sig MCX in 300 Blackout. All right, fellas, let's get into a quick overview of the rifle and a breakdown of the build. All right, fellas, we're in the studio for a sponsored segment. Just kidding, I don't have any sponsors, but shout out to Dustin for this new tripod. It's very sick. Thank you very much. And shout out to my mother for the new target stands. Very cool. Thank you very much. Now we return to your regularly scheduled program. So this, although it might not look like it, is actually a bit of a Frankenstein build. It is a 9-inch MCX Spear LT upper, chambered in 300 Blackout, on a Gen 1 MCX lower. This is because when I was 18, I bought a 16-inch 300 Blackout MCX because 300 Blackout is cool and MCXs are even cooler. But I was too young and too dumb to understand that it's stupid and pointless to have a 16-inch 300 Blackout. Starting at the muzzle, we have the Silencer Co. Hybrid 46M in the long configuration. We also have the Silencer Co. lower temperature suppressor wrap on there. I'm not super satisfied with this, to be completely honest. Maybe we'll get into that. Moving further backward, we have a Streamlight handheld flashlight in a Magpul mount. We do have the BCM Gunfighter grip on there. This is an angled grip. As far as I'm aware, it is not a vertical grip because legally this is a pistol and you cannot put a vertical grip on the gun. I do have some tape on there. Don't worry about it. Then we've got the Sig Romeo 5 Gen 2. Very excited. If you're a longtime viewer of the channel, you'll know that I'm a huge Romeo 5 fan. Very excited to have the Gen 2 on this rifle. At the back end here, we have the very suboptimal Sig folding brace. As stated previously, this is a pistol. The brace does fold. If I had it my way, I'd have the Sig, probably the minimalist folding stock, or maybe the folding stock that came on the Gen 1 MCXs. But, lastly but not least, we have a Magpul MS1 sling, and it works well enough. The Sig MCX is a short stroke, piston-driven AR-ish platform rifle. It is a derivative of the AR-18 or AR-180. This gun does have an adjustable gas system. That is a pro of most piston-driven guns, but it has a suppressed and an unsuppressed setting, or a plus and minus setting. This obviously is useful for tuning your gun, especially with 300 Blackout running subs and supers. It lends a little more to the flexibility of that, so it creates a really nice tunable shooting experience. All right, let's talk about Ergos Manual of Arms. The MCX Spear has more or less essentially the same controls as an AR-15. T-charging handle on top, safety, mag release. The MCXs are ambi. This being a Gen 1 lower, it does not have the ambidextrous bolt catch, bolt release. The Spear LT would have that, but this just has the ambi safety and the ambi mag release. Overall, I really enjoy the shooting experience of this firearm. It's nice, very wieldy. It's a little heavy for the size, but not too bad. The suppressor adds quite a bit of weight, obviously. Accuracy-wise, I've been getting good accuracy. I am not putting this thing in a bench and shooting a 10-round group at 100 yards because this is my home defense setup. So I'm not going to shoot this past like 10 yards at the most. So it is what it is. If you're looking for a sub MOA 300 blackout with a 9-inch barrel, I'm not the person to ask, okay? Let's talk about why 300 blackout, why this setup, what I'm using it for, you know, all the details. So 300 blackout is a 5.56 case necked up to a 30 cal round, originally meant to fit in the AR platform, as well as to be very suppressible. Well, fellas, do you remember what I was saying at the beginning of the video about being too dumb? Well, my idiocy strikes again. My phone ran out of storage, and the latter half of my video that I recorded didn't record. So we will be doing the rest in the studio, office, workshop, whatever you want to call it. So, as I was saying, 300 blackout was made to be easily suppressible, fit in a AR platform, things like the Honey Badger. This setup is pretty much my perfect home defense slash bag gun, truck gun setup. Home defense, I'm getting an easily suppressible 30 caliber cartridge in a platform that is easy to shoot, manageable. I'll have more rounds than I would with a pistol setup. A suppressed pistol isn't going to be nearly as reliable as this. I won't have to worry about over-penetration with subsonic rounds nearly as much as I would have to if I was, say, using an AR-15, something like this. So I have been wanting to do a build like this for a very long time. Let's talk about aesthetics. The 300 blackout Shorty MCX evokes clandestine operations. It evokes Jump Out Boys. Every time I hold this, I feel like I'm in Ready or Not. I love it. The Spear LT has the coyote color, that anodized tan, which I do really like. But for the blackout, I wanted it to be black. So 10 out of 10 on the aesthetics. Better looking than a Shorty 5.56 gun, in my opinion. Shorty AR-15 gun, in my opinion. One more quick thing about the gun and Sig, problems, qualms, whatever. The barrel is tapered, and the gun comes with Sig's proprietary muzzle device. that works with their suppressors. Now, I don't own any Sig suppressors, and removing this muzzle device was a pain in the ass. I knew it was going to be a pain in the ass because I saw everybody else that had problems with it. I tried heating it up to get it off, and while trying to wrench it off, I burnt the shit out of myself, as you can see by that giant burn on my forearm. I slipped and touched the muzzle device and burnt the shit out of myself. So be careful of that. Also, if you're going to put a different muzzle device on it that does not have a taper, you're going to want the little taper mount, taper collar. I've talked about this in my other SIG videos. My 716, my Virtus, and my MPX all have little taper collars on them. So be aware of that. So my closing thoughts on the 9-inch 300 Blackout MCX. I have been wanting to do this, pretty much this exact build, since 300 Blackout MCXs came out. I absolutely love this. It shot exactly like I wanted it to. Feels very cool in hand, and I'm incredibly happy with it. It is a little expensive if you're looking to do a more budget-minded build. Something like a 300 Blackout AR pistol might be a little more in your wheelhouse. This wasn't nearly as expensive as buying the whole rifle because I already had the lower, and then all I had to do was buy the upper, but I love it. If you're a longtime viewer of the channel, you'll know that I am a huge, not only SIG shill, but an MCX fanboy. I have 16-inch MCX Virtus in 5.56. I had the Gen 1 MCX before I swapped out the upper. I have the MPXK, just big SIG fan, big MCX platform fan. Well, fellas, I hope you stay till the end of the video despite my lack of brain cells. If you like the video, please like the video, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.